Hey YouTube, Peterbilt Knife Guy, and today we finally got a Bark River on the channel. Now I know Bark River's no new thing on the YouTube or just in the knife world, but they're rather pricey and it's took me a while to pull the trigger on one of these, and now that I have, it's gonna become a problem like everything else. Comes in your standard boring Bark River box. There's really not much to it. Got a QR code. You've got your information there. It's the Bravo 2 and CPM 3V with blue glow G10 handles. If this damn sticker was on there, you could see the price, but it's not coming off. I paid a lot for it. I don't know. And here she is, the Bark River Bravo 2 and CPM 3V with blue glow. Look how blue those things are. Man, that was you know, some people could take or leave the blue, but it literally was the reason that I purchased this knife. You know, when they do these in drops, you know, Bark River is known for their crazy handle scales, and just the you know, they'll do like one run of the Bravo 2s in a couple different steels, and then you just get buku handle options. I'm a huge fan of G10. Micarta is next. And even though it's rather slippery, people say, you know, these could be a slick knife. I don't care. I really don't care. It's been nothing but awesome. The way this handle hooks you in here, the comfort, the swell, it's just, it hasn't been an issue. I don't even want to put a lanyard on this thing. Comes in, there's actually a couple different styles of sheaths, and I didn't really get to pick it. It came in this slip thing, which it's a great knife holder. It's really a crappy sheath, not in quality, but in usability, I guess. I wish it was better, to be honest with you. I don't like how the fact that, I think for a knife this big, you know, I don't want to have to pull that sharp edge past all this leather. You know, I think if I was in a rush and pushing it in, I could accidentally, you know, and then I have no sheath, or a very crappy what's left of a sheath. They do make other other sheaths for this knife, and I looked into buying one, and screw that. I'm not gonna, it's like a whole nother knife cost just to get a damn sheath. So I'm stuck with this. Luckily, this is a knife that I'd probably just throw in my backpack anyways. That's what I've been doing. As you can see, it's gotten kind of beat up. Now, you get the choice of getting the sheaths untreated or treated. I went with the untreated option. I think it saves me like 15 bucks or whatever they charge for it. And then I just went down and bought a $10 Obenauf's leather oil and put a couple treatments on it. It made it way darker, way nicer. And look, I'm even doing it right now because the bottle's leaking. But that stuff works great. It makes it really waterproof, water resistant, I guess, because it's never really waterproof. But yeah, sheath, cool to look at, good quality, not the best choice for a knife this size. So this one is the Bravo 2 and CPM 3V. Now we all know that CPM's going out of business or whatever they're doing. There's been some talk about it. So we might not be seeing CPM steels. We'll see another flavor. Somebody will take the steel and put a new name on it, but I was happy to get it in 3V, at least CPM 3V. It has like a convex saber grind, you know, because it's flat to this point all the way down. Bark River doesn't send me shit. I actually had to purchase these knives. I bought two of them. I bought this one, and then I bought the EDC, the Bravo EDC. They do come in rampless and with a ramp. I like the ramp. I really do. I think it's aesthetically pleasing. I don't know how functional it is, but I don't really care. You know, if I'm pushing on it, I'm going like that or like that. It really doesn't bother me. This is kind of less of a review and more of a, hey, I got a Bark River. I've done a few shorts with it, but let's go through some specs here. From the From the handle scales, we're looking at 7 inches. These are all very rough measurements. The handle scales themselves, about 4 7/8. Plus you got this little stupid lanyard strap hole back here, which is about 3/8. And all together, we're looking at about 12 1/4 overall. So not too bad. I believe it's just a hair under a 1/4 inch thick. Yeah, it's not a 1/4 inch, but it's creeping up close to it. Is this not focusing? Yeah, but stout knife, very stout tip, and man, this thing is sharp. It came crazy sharp. Not very few knives that I get do I cut myself right out of the box with it, because I don't realize, you know, how sharp it is. I mean, that's a used edge, and it's still, I wouldn't say slicing paper towels, but it could cleanly cut a paper towel like that. So that's not bad. The G10 handle scales, these are not pinned on, these are screwed on and then sanded flush. I can't remember the name of the screws. It's a knife making screw. I'm having a brain fart right now. But yeah, I was worried about the contouring on these, and actually it is fantastic. It has plenty of freaking plenty of handle for my big hands, which is fantastic. It's got a little bit of forward heft to it. I love the balance point on this knife. It's just, it's all right there. And, you know, I haven't chopped a hell of a lot with it, but you can just feel, especially if you choke back here, that this thing wants to just eat. It's way too cold out and miserable today to do that, so here we are. Now, CPM 3V, if you don't take care of it, it will discolor. I'm having a little bit of, I'm not going to say trouble with that, but you got to make sure to oil your knives, especially, you know, in humid areas. It's actually coming right off, so that's good. That's nice. Like I said, full convex. It's a 0 degree convex, so there's not even a secondary bevel down there. That is fantastic. And a lot of people are afraid of sharpening these. Me personally, when I do sharpen it, I'm just going to put a micro bevel on it. If I wanted to convex it, I would. But I think being this full convex with like a 20 degree micro bevel on here would actually make this a lot more strong, because there has been some problems with these blades getting a wobble in it, and people wonder, what's a wobble in a blade? Well, when your blade warps down the cutting edge, that's what I mean. So not a wobble, but a warp. So yeah, cool knife, extremely sharp. I was very pleased with the factory sharpness that it came with. 3V, super tough. I just love this thing. It's one of those ones that you almost don't want to use, but I'm going to use it. I'm going to do a actual use video of this thing eventually when the weather permits it. But as of now, yeah, I'm just going to, you know, just kind of play with it. And then I did end up getting the, like I said, the Bravo EDC. This one's in CPM crew wear. Funny story is, I thought this was a Bravo, like Bravo 1 size, or maybe a little bit smaller. And don't drink and buy knives, because I'm like, wow, that's a great price for a Bravo, you know, 1 in crew wear. And I thought by being an EDC, they just made it a little thinner or something like that. Well, no, it actually just turns out to be an extremely little tiny knife. But you know what? The more I handle it, the more I'm really not unhappy with it. This one does come with a similar sheath style, but it's kind of like a, I don't know, sit on your belt like that sheath style, and I like it. I dig it. It's comfortable. This one I'm not so much worried about cutting the sheath on, because it's just such a small knife. This one's a little unwieldy. You know, it's a big knife. It's not a huge knife, but it's a big knife for sure. But yeah, so stay tuned. We will be doing a hard use test on this. I just felt like getting a video out on these things eventually, because people have seen them in my shorts and they've wondered, you know, hey, why haven't I seen these on the channel? Well, here's something. We're going to do eventually full reviews on these when I actually get to use them. But unfortunately, as of right now, the weather's not permitting. So anyways, that's all I got for you today. And thanks for watching.